So first I'm going to this is my lab one. I'm going to drop all these tables, sequence, and triggers so it does not give us any problems. So I'm going to run step by step all of them. I'm going to run it as system, and so all these tables are dropped. Then I'm going to do is I'm going to create those tables and the two triggers as system. So I'm gonna run this table, create sequence, and run all this as system. So all of these are created, the sequence are stuff, the triggers are compiled. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect as my system and connect it as my dbsec. Connected as my dbsec. And then after connecting my dbsec, I'm going to log in as audit. And what I'm going to do right now is show those two tables. um, I'm going to go over here, table, and then I'm going to go to my bad, not in the dbsec. It's going to be as my system. Yes, so I'm going to disconnect as dbsec and connect to the system back. And then I'm going to show this table right here, the app audit logins, and these are all my data that's in here as I just logged in. So I'm done with my lab one, and now I'm going to do is lab two. So lab two, what I'm about to do is right now, it tells us that log in a system and create the trigger. So I'm gonna disconnect. Wait, log as I already logged in a system. I'm gonna drop this trigger before, which is drop. Then I'm going to create a trigger. Triggers compiled, and now I'm going to do is log in as dbsec and alter the customers table. So I'm going to disconnect my system and connect dbsec and alter these tables. So um it does show you like that, but it's already ran the command, so that's why I'm getting this error, but it already ran the program before, so it works. So now what I'm about to do is go to my lab 3, um which is, so I'm going to go to lab 3 right now, and lab 3 says that I have to use dbsec as my thing. So I'm going to drop the customers table. So it's table customer drop. Then I'm about to do is create a customer table and insert these three stuff. So I'm going to run this statement. So all these three rows are inserted: Tom, Susan, Linda, and we did commit. So commit is changed. Now we're going to connect it as a system. So I'm going to disconnect dbsec and connect to the system and run this command right here. Okay. um I'm gonna run it again. If you see this error, I mean, I'm not gonna get these error as my first time because I ran this code already, so that's why it's giving me this error. But audit succeeded. Now I'm gonna connect to the dbsec. So I'm gonna disconnect my system, connect it to the dbsec, and run these two stuff, which is delete from customer and alter the table. And then one row deleted, and like I said, ignore my errors because I already ran the program before, so that's why I'm getting these errors. And then I'm going to disconnect as a dbsec and then connect as a system and then run this. You see these are all my it's fetching all the audit trails from the data business administration. Now what I'm about to do is log in, do my lab 3 example 2. So in lab 3 example 2, it tells me that I need to use dbsec. First I'm going to use as system and then dbsec. So I'm going to it's already logged in as system. I'm going to run this. So audit succeeded. Then I'm going to log in as dbsec and run this. So one row inserted and the table temp dropped. Then I'm going to run it as system. So to disconnect this dbsec and connect to the system. And then run this command right here. No, not this one, my bad. Yeah, run this command right here, the system. So you see these are all my stuff, and then I'm gonna turn off editing. I'm gonna do that as my system too. So yeah, no audit succeeded, so that's good. So I'm done with my lab example 2 of lab 3. Now I'm gonna be on lab 4. In lab 4, it tells me that I need to log in as system. So what I'm going to do is first I'm going to log in as dbsec, then as system. So disconnect, log in as dbsec, run these table temporary created. Well, the first one does not work because there's no table. That's why it's saying table of view does not exist. So that's because I'm dropping it. Then what I'm about to do is log in as system, disconnect as dbsec and log in as system. And I'm about to run this command right here and run it. So 149 rows deleted, audit succeeded. Now I'm going to disconnect this my system and connect this dbsec and connect this dbsec. And now I'm going to run these two programs right here. I mean two statements, which is the granting. I'm granting the to succeed. So I did that, it succeeded, and now I'm gonna log in as system and run these two commands. So it shows me all my data and query for dbsec and system. Now I'm going to be going to my lab 5. In lab 5 I have to log in a system. So this is already logged in system, so I'm going to run this. Audit succeeded. Then I'm going to run this. So 52 redo commit complete. And now I'm going to log in as dbsec. And I'm going to run this command right here. Like I said, I already ran this, so that's why it says name is already used by an existing object. And now what I'm about to do is view the records of the audit trail. So I'm going to run this. So it tells you everything, all my audit trails for the user name dbsec. And this concludes my project.